Hey, this is Chuck from Monocoque Metalworks. I'm here at the home shop today. I wanted to do a quick little video to finally tell you guys what is a Series 1 1/4. Everybody's always talking about it. People kind of make fun of that nomenclature, but Series 1 1/4 is a good description for a certain type of car that Jaguar actually built a lot of. So I have two of my personal E-types out here today. This car here is kind of like the family E-type. We've had this for 11 years. We put a lot of miles on it. The kids have driven it. This is our Sunday afternoon E-type. And then if you follow my channel, you'll see that this is that all original 66 Roadster. So these are both Series 1 E-types. This one was built on August 8th of 1966. And this one was built on June 6th of 1967. This is a Series 1. This is a 1 1/4. Now, the only difference between these two cars are the headlights. You can see this one here has the covered headlights that you see on a standard Series 1, all right? And this one has the open headlights. Now, come on in here and take a closer look. Now, you can see that this one's got the covered headlight, and the bulb is really set back in there. Now, if you look at this from the side, you cannot see the headlight bulb from the side of the car. And that is what the US had a problem with. So now if you come over and just switch to this car, what they had to do was move that headlight bulb forward so that if you're standing over here, you can see the bulb from the side of the car. And in doing that, you see this little lump? They had to get rid of the covers. And so some people actually prefer this thin chrome trim. It's actually nice and a little daintier. When Jaguar did the covered headlights, they used this really fat trim with a thick rubber gasket in there because Jaguar loved to have wiggle room when they did things. So those are the differences in the headlights. Now, if we pop the bonnet on this, you'll just see that it's got all the standard Series 1 stuff. Come on in here. And actually, we were running this yesterday, and so I've got my little catch tube kind of curled up in there. We had it over here going into a bucket. But you can see it's got the triple carbs. It's got the standard fiberglass plenum and canister air cleaner. It's got a header tank on the cooling system. It's got the smooth cam covers. This is all your standard Series 1 stuff. Now, while we've got the bonnet open, and I haven't cleaned this car, this thing's been dirty for 50 years. See up in there in the wheel well, that is the headlight bucket, and it is protruding into the wheel well, and you can see it has that flat angled back for tire clearance, okay? Now, coming back into the cockpit, again, it's all Series 1. We've got our toggle switches here. You can see we've got the Series 1 seats, and they've got this chrome on there. All right, see that? This might actually have a little bit of white stuff because I got a lot of oil in these seats. This is the original leather seats on this car. But see how it's got what we call the chrome hockey stick there. All right, all Series 1 in here. Now, if you come over here to this car built in June, again, you're gonna see pretty much all the same stuff. We've got the triple carbs. We've got the smooth cam covers. This car has air conditioning. So this was a very late 1 1/4. They uncovered the headlights, I think, January 1st of 67. It's right in there. This car was built in June. It's probably one of the last 1 1/4s. It does have the later style cooling system with the twin fans. And I don't know if this car has that because it's a very late 1 1/4, or if this car has that because it is an air-conditioned car. Might actually be a little bit of both. But then come in here to the interior, you'll see, again, it's all Series 1. We've still got our toggle switches there. We've still got the chrome hockey stick on the side of the seats. These seats don't recline like the 1.5s do. You know, everything in there is all Series 1. So that is the difference. A 1 1/4 is all Series 1 except for the uncovered headlights. And then just after this car was built in June, when you get into July, that's when all of your 1.5 stuff starts coming in. And a 1.5 is really just a Series 2 that's still in a Series 1 skin with uncovered headlights. Okay, now this car, again, I said it is a 2+2 from June 6th. This car is actually also very original, although I haven't been as crazy with trying to keep the originality. When things break, I fix them. So you can see it has a new coil on it that's shinier, the alternator's been rebuilt, etc. This car was originally dark blue. This light green paint was put on in 1971. But if you pan down inside this dark blue bonnet, you'll see the headlamp diaphragm panel up there is flat, with just that little circular hump piece. That's because that headlight bucket is way up in there. All right, it's forward maybe 3 or 4 inches. Now, another thing I forgot to mention is almost all 1.25s have the flat hub on the wire wheels. You'll see it's 1.25s still have the eared knockoff, all right, but they have that flat later style hub. Now just go over to the red car, and it's not the best example because this is a German car, so it's got those crazy little German knockoffs. But see, that's the curly hub there. So that's pretty much it for you know, the differences between the 1 and the 1.25. These are two cars that are very close together. My kind of sweet spot for the cars is 66, 67. So, you know, this is a good mix for me. But again, really a 1.25 is just a Series 1 with uncovered headlights. And I do want to mention that some people have said that these pieces here are different on a 1.25 versus a 1.5. They're not. All the 1.25s and all the 1.5s have the same eyebrow, same chrome trim here. That's all the same. Another thing you might notice is, see the chrome beading here between the wing and the center section? See, there's a little piece of it down there. This is bolted together. There's spacer washers, and they use a little chrome piece. Now over here, because they had to rivet that bucket in, they just didn't put the spacer washers in, tack welded it with a MIG, and leaded that over. So this is always smooth down here. So if you're going to do the headlight conversion, you need to think about whether you're just going to leave that or go ahead and separate it. Really, if you're in the point where you're restoring the car, you're repainting, it makes sense to go ahead and separate that and do it in the Series 1 style. But if you're just going to do the headlight conversion kit on a painted car, I would just go ahead and leave that smooth. So that's pretty much it. This kind of turned into what's a Series 1.25 and talked about the headlight conversions a little bit. And then I've got another video that goes into the technical details of doing the headlight conversion. But I just wanted to spend some time today to come out here and show you these two cars side by side, and that's what a 1.25 is. They can be a great deal because everybody wants covered headlights, but this is the exact same thing with uncovered headlights, and with our kits, it's real easy to bring it back to the Series 1 style. Thanks for watching.